time of the week again. Prepare yourself for the surveyors of sauce, the sultans of spaghetti, the whispers in your ears. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the What's Your Spaghetti Policy podcast. Now, here are your hosts, Alex and Jacob.
Okay, now we're ready. Now we're truly in the mode to record this podcast. Anyways, oh yeah, I have the opener this week. That's right. I was texting you about the opener that I had this week.
You're just like, I got to write it down. I had one, but I'll wait.
Yeah, yours is probably better anyways. I was thinking, I was putting on
probably
putting my shorts on, and there's something so just freeing, so like kind of risque about just going commando, you know. And
it's natural.
Yeah, it just feels good. You know, I haven't worn underwear in like I don't know how long, man. Because I've got compression shorts now, and they have built-in basically underwear essentially, but also.
So you just wear compression shorts now?
Currently, I mean, like I'm in my compression short era. Yeah. But I mean, I also wear other shorts just because like compression shorts do get tiring after a while. You know, gotta let the boys air out a little bit. You know, gotta air out things down there. But yeah, I was putting on my khaki shorts. I was just like, you know what? I don't feel like having underwear on today, so that's what I did. You know, didn't wear underwear. Didn't even wear a belt, which was even scarier.
So wait, okay. So you're wearing khakis, but do you have your compression shorts under that?
No, I'm not.
So you went. No, the psychopath is not having anything like in between you and the cargo shorts.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Yeah,
that's psychopath behavior.
I was going commando. I was just saying, man. I was just like, hell yeah.
No, that's fucking crazy. Like
you
would
have
go
to be
commando
careful.
in
You don't
like
want to zip
basketball
yourself up.
shorts. Go right ahead.
What's wrong with like khaki shorts? Just anything.
It's the material.
Blue jeans too. I love doing that, man. Going commando in blue jeans. There's something about that like I understand. Like why country boys why they wear the blue jeans.
Such a redneck, dude.
I'm telling you, man. You brother, you put on a pair of them blue jeans. You don't have any underwear on underneath there, man. I tell you, it's a different experience. It's a real come to Jesus meeting, if you will. You know, it's like I get it. I get the whole lifestyle's about now. So
before we started recording, we were sort of talking about styles and like you're trying to steal my hat identity, but that's fine. You don't wear flat bills, so whatever.
They don't look good on you.
And that's fine. And they don't look good on everyone. And I think that I am a person who is like, bro, if you want to wear pajamas out in public, like I know we've talked about this, like I don't care. Like I am what people wear. What's wrong?
I don't do pajamas out. I'm texting my wife just letting her know we're starting.
Oh, I mean, I don't care what people wear. Like, I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, you should dress. Like, I don't give a fuck. Do whatever. But I do think that there are people who should, and maybe it's just people just don't give a fuck. I don't know. But like, if people should like look in a mirror every once in a while, like have a modicum of respect for yourself. Like, if you like, again, know what you look good in, know what fits you, know what your style is. My style is my style. Like again, like I not only like I can wear a suit, you know, again, I basketball shorts and t-shirt, like that's me. Like hat and flip-flops is typically what I'm wearing 9 months out of the year. Hoodie and shorts is the other time, right?
Damn, can't wait for hoodie weather, man. So
God, I can't wait, dude. I'm just so nice. Like it will anyways. Some people you like to dress up. You like to wear cargo shorts and a polo around the house because it's just like your style and it fits you well.
Oh, thank you.
I just don't. Not only do I feel like I don't look good in like a 3-piece suit, I can clean up well, but like I am so incredibly uncomfortable. And I don't know.
I don't think
if,
I've ever
like,
actually owned a 3-piece suit before. Like,
well, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you wear a suit and tie to like a funeral or a wedding or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm talking about. And I don't know if it's like imposter syndrome where I'm 35 now. So like, I've never really given a shit about my appearance as far as like what others deem, oh, you shouldn't, I don't give a fuck. Like, is what makes me feel good and what I'm comfortable in. But maybe there's some imposter syndrome where somewhere, you know, suits are designed for like the wealthy and the rich and the high society, highfalutin people, which is not me.
I mean, yeah, that's
by
fair.
any
I get
stretch of the
that.
imagination. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I even like oh, you got to get a suit tailored, and it's like why? Why do I got to get a suit tailored to fit me? Maybe it should just fit me. Also, like I have a suit that is tailored. It was a Christmas present one year, I think, for my father-in-law, and I don't know what he was trying to tell me.
He said, "Hey, buddy, I need you to start wearing this a little bit more often." Okay, you're
Well, you know what they say if you get a suit, what is it Wayne says? A good suit will last you the rest of your
last your
life.
life. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, you only need one suit or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, the whole point of that is, you know, your hat, despite it being a Bruins hat, just those sort of bills just don't fit me. My head's too big, dude.
Yeah,
Like
this
you
one's
say you
like
have a big head, but you don't. Like I've
I
got
just
a
have a
big
lot of
head.
hair, dude. I just got a lot of hair that I have to like hide under it. Like I don't. I have one flat bill hat that we got from Neat Dude, and it's like it fits fine, but I don't know how to like my hair. I don't feel like it ever sits on my head correctly because like my hair,
Maybe you have an oddly shaped head.
big old egghead, dude. You know, just a big old like mega
Mine is
mind. That's
just
me.
I just have just a big head. Like it's just and so flat bills just I feel work better. Were you one of those kids that wore your hat backwards when you were a
No,
kid?
God, no, dude. No,
You weren't cool enough?
nah, those guys were tools. You know, those are the popular kids. I don't need to be a part of them. Okay, there was that phase. I remember that. I don't know. Did you guys have it in your high school? We're only like 2 years apart, so I'm sure it's like happened. But like in your middle school, where like all the kids wore their hair like straight down, like they brush it downwards, and like it's what? How do they wear
No.
their hair at your school? What is? Mine was like straight up, just like clean shaven sides, almost like the flat top, but they brushed it downward instead. Like it was all like facing.
So
And I tried to
as if
do
it
it,
was
but
if it was a mohawk, but like not up.
yeah, but not the whole head. It was just like the top head. Top part was like
Nah, that's
flat.
reserved for like punk kids and like ne'er do wells.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, mohawk or like what I'm talking about.
What you're talking about?
Nah, that was like the cool kids did that, and then I tried to do it, but my hair was too wavy and it never sat right. So
Yeah, I've got curly hair. I mean, I had long hair in like high school,
you
but
should start growing your hair out again.
I don't like it. I don't like. It's just like I need a haircut now, and I'm just like
I don't.
I'll feel like a random like hair, and I'm like ugh.
Now I'm thinking about it. I don't know how many times I've actually seen you without a hat on. Like you could have like something crazy under there, and I wouldn't even know about it. Like
Not
it's
many.
like a zipper or something. That'd be crazy, you know?
I mean, I typically wear a hat almost always, except
Yeah,
for when I'm
like-
sleeping. I don't wear it when I'm sleeping. That'd be weird.
That's like blowing me away right now. Like I can't imagine a time in which I remember seeing you without a hat on, and it's like, hey, you know, they work.
Did
for
you go to Bailey and Virginia's wedding?
Yeah, I did, but even then, I think you had a hat on.
Mm,
It was after. I didn't go to their actual wedding. I went to the reception.
I
and
did
you
have a hat on
Yeah,
then.
that's the only time. Damn, dude, I missed an opportunity. But like, yeah, it's crazy.
Remember that whole era? You were like not showing your face to anybody.
Yeah, man, that was wow. That was a long time ago. I've grown as a person since then. I think
That was 3-4 years ago, bro.
it's a long time. It's a very hot mask. So
2020 is when that was.
if I had to carry that on, we'd probably be doing the YouTube version of the podcast like with a mask on, and that would be like that'd be too much. I feel like. You
Yeah,
know?
but don't you feel better now?
I do. I feel like I'm more out in the open. You know, I feel
All that worrying
you know,
that you did about being doxxed and like, oh, someone's gonna find me and stalk me and like none of it. It's all for nothing.
Yeah, that's the thing that I think people need to realize is that like, you know, me myself in particular is like nobody gives a shit about you, dude. You know, you're literally like, hey, if we can real talk real quick, everybody. I'm looking at the camera. Real talk real quick. You're not important. Nobody gives a shit about you. You're honestly like in a grand scheme of things. If we were like take a picture of like the entire universe, fucking don't even register on it, dude. So
Yeah,
don't
but you do
worry
matter.
about things so much. Yeah, I guess in a sense you do matter into the small circle of friends and family that you have. You matter to them for sure, but like in the grand scheme of things, like people don't fucking care about you. They're not talking about you. They don't give a shit about you, dude. So just enjoy yourself is what I'm trying to say. Is like enjoy. And it's not like the don't look at the downer part of it. Okay, I feel like a lot of people are over here focusing on the down part of it. Like you don't matter, but focus on the part that does matter. Is that like you can do whatever you want.
What
'Cause
you're trying
people
to
don't give
say
a
is
shit.
it doesn't matter what other people think. Just do what you want to do.
Yeah, because at the end of it, it's that like people don't have an opinion about like the thing. They don't have the opinion that you think
But
they're gonna have.
well, even if they do, those opinions of those people don't matter.
Yeah, they're
Life
fucking
is
stupid.
too fucking short to be anything than your authentic self. Like that's just and like I listen. I'm not gonna toot my
Amen.
I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but I learned that lesson way early. Like I was always the guy that went to the beat of my own drum in like freshman year in high school. And it took a lot of people to, and that's part of the growth process of like in being in high school and trying to discover who you are and stuff and going to college. But like,
Yeah.
I've just always, I mean, anyone who like grew up with me, you can ask Phil, especially, Phil, like I've just always just sort of done what the fuck I wanted to do. And I didn't give a shit if I was the only one that did it. I just did what I wanted. Like and it's the same thing. Like you see some of it now where like I'll go to a metal show. I'll ask you if you want to go, and like if you don't go, I'm just like okay,
Yeah.
I do not predicate anything that I do on anyone else other than myself. I mean, obviously my wife and child, and make sure that everything's taken care of on that end. But as far as like,
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
if I make plans to do a thing and everyone bails out, I'm still probably gonna go.
Yeah.
Whereas like, a lot of people will be like, well, we're all going to get together and do this. And if like one person falls off and then, oh, well, so-and-so's not going, and it just becomes a whole thing.
That's like people like me where like, I hope one of those people fall off so I can be like, well, shit, now that they're not going, sorry. I guess all of it is just gone now.
It's a shitty trait to have as a person.
It's just like, that's my reclusive nature, man, and I can't help that, and it's like, I want to do things, but then I don't want other people to be there. But then it feels weirder if they're not there, because then it's like the whole thing is like I don't want them to be playing directly at me. But it's I don't know, man. It's a weird.
I don't know. I saw something somewhere the other day. I don't know where it was at, but someone was like, "I really want to go to the movies, but I don't want to go by myself." And I'm just like, "Why?"
Yeah, that to me is like one of those things. Like I think that I don't know if you've kind of cracked the code in my brain where it's like, I think that's fine. You go to the movies by yourself. Go eat out, like because that's such a weird thing. I guess being in a relationship and then like having kids and realizing that you have like 0 moments like to yourself, fucking just do it, like who gives a shit like what people are thinking. And that's like when I start seeing those videos online of like, these people record, first off, don't record people sitting in a restaurant eating by themselves. But second off, like
privacy.
Yeah, but second off, it's like you don't know what they're fucking doing. They could just be having a nice night out, like it's not maybe a lot of times it might not be the sad story that you think it is. Like that might just be fucking chilling.
There's this video that like it comes across Twitter and it hits Reddit every once in a while where it's like this girl hired a private investigator because she was wondering why what her boyfriend was doing or something, and it turns out he was literally just going out to eat on his own and like watching anime on his phone. That's all he was doing.
Fucking that's awesome. That's cool. Like, that guy's cool. Yeah, I like that guy.
And,
but it's the feeling that like people have to be going somewhere and doing something with somebody because that's just what we've been fed this entire time.
Well, I think that people are nefarious in the sense that like,
yeah, she did probably think that he was cheating on her and like whatnot, having an
I
affair
get
or whatever.
it.
Yeah,
but also like, it's a whole
I kind of do love the idea that like she thinks he's having this affair or this cheat or whatever going on, and then like she goes and follows him around and like spends all this money on a private investigator just to find out that like he just likes chilling out in restaurants and watching anime while he eats like McDonald's.
Put yourself in his shoes. You find out that your girlfriend hired a private investigator.
It's immediate. Like, hey, that's not cool.
Over.
Don't like that. Yeah, sorry, buddy.
Dude, it's over. Like there's
yeah.
like that is. I mean, like, listen, if you feel in your heart of hearts that like something is going on and like and that's what you need to do as a human, then do that. Like, I'm not saying that what she did is wrong. It's just that like you better be right.
Yeah. 100%. Like otherwise it's just like you just look like
because like if you hire
if
you hire a PI to do that, your relationship is over regardless of the outcome.
Kinda, yeah. Yeah, I guess. I mean,
unless he doesn't find out. But then, like, how do you, as a human being, live with that?
She posted on social media. He's gonna find out. Like,
well, I think it was the PI who posted it.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Like, she was saying, like she was what she was doing. And
maybe it's not like an immediate, like, hey, we're done. It's definitely a conversation we're gonna have to have. Like, hey, buddy, why don't we have this conversation like off air? Like, why could you just ask me like what I was doing?
Like that whole thing stems from lack of communication.
Yeah. I understand
because if you're too afraid, it's again, I don't have like what are those guilty pleasures? I don't believe in guilty pleasures because I don't feel guilty for anything that I like, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, so this person, I'm going to put my psychology hat on. This person says or does not feel comfortable enough in the relationship he's in that he can't watch anime at home or that he doesn't have any alone time. So therefore, he has to go and sneak around to do the two things that he wants to do, or to do a thing that he wants to do. I feel like he
wasn't so much sneaking around. He was just like, "I'm gonna go grab a burger. Do you want to go?" And she's like, "No." And she immediately was like, "He's still gonna go, even though I don't want to go with him." Like that's That's kind of crazy. I don't know. Hire the private investigator and find out what he's really
I
doing.
would be shocked if it was that simple, where it was just,
I would love that
hey,
if it was that simple.
there's no way. There's no way that it's that simple. Like, there's always got to be some underlying issue.
We'll get him on
that
the
you,
podcast. We'll find out. We'll get it. We'll get a
I
hold
mean,
of him.
again,
We'll be like, hey,
that's
buddy.
probably something that it's not even real, right? It's probably just a work.
Yeah,
It's probably just somebody doing something. It's just a PI doing a thing to get her name out there. Because look, we're talking about. I mean, I don't know her name, so it doesn't matter anyways. But
no clout from us, baby. Whatever. We don't even know your name. We just assume that it's the story.
Do you remember back at the beginning of the summer? I made a list of things. I was like, bro, I've got this whole list of house repairs, little projects to do here and there.
Yeah.
I think that I brought this list up when we were redoing the upstairs bathroom, I think.
Yeah, it's probably around there. Because you were doing, I believe so. I believe it was around that.
Yeah, we like sort of like did not a soft remodel, but like we painted and hung up some stuff and just sort of like cleaned up and freshened up the bathroom, if you will. And do you want an update on all the things I've done?
Yeah, sure, man. Shoot it. Shoot your shot.
I've done fucking nothing.
It's gonna be like a hefty list, but yeah, that's right. I remember you did replace the bathroom. Now that I think about it, yeah, you haven't really
thing.
Hey,
I believe there's only one other thing that I did that I retroactively added so that I can mark it off the list.
Nice. I did that too. I did that. I put a ceiling fan up in our living room upstairs. Then I put it down on the list, and I was like, check. You know.
And like I was going over the list because it's a shared list that Christine and I have, and it's a list that apparently she had started years ago, and there are things on there that have not been touched.
We don't even have that thing anymore.
Years. Because like, dude, the problem is that this stuff is extensive and expensive. It's like redo, like, reseed the whole back, right? You're just like, oh, it's not that expensive, whatever. Okay, again.
Hey,
like
I watched the video. The guy couldn't make it any easier. So,
but that is A, labor that I don't want to do. That's B, C, that I don't want to pay for.
Okay.
It's C, labor I don't want to do.
It just feels like you just don't want to do these things. It almost feels like you don't want to spend the money and you don't want to do these things. So.
Yes, that is correct. Okay. I just want it to grow. And I just know that, like,
talk to the grass, be like, can you just grow, dude? Come on.
Can you just grow?
Can you just grow?
We got like 100 gallons of rain or whatever it was. So there's like, I have this big mud spot that I talk about all the time. And like where the tree is, it's just like, there's never any sunlight. So I think that part of the problem is going to be, if I ever seed it, I think it's going to have to be like aerated because.
Oh yeah, otherwise, get a rake and stab it a bunch.
Because it's never going to get any sunlight, so it's going to cause a problem to begin with. Anyways, but then like there's a walkway, we want to build back there, but then it's just like, I think we're going to have to cut parts of the roots of the tree out because it's already like coming up out of the ground, and it's just.
Yeah, it sounds like you got a lot on your hands there, buddy. So
it's just, and then there, like when we first moved in, we wanted to remodel the kitchen, and then
you did that.
We did that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we did that.
I was like, wait, it looks great. What do you mean?
But then like that was right after I got let go from, well, did I get let go? Did we get let go from our job?
Theoretically, technically speaking,
we were not terminated.
We didn't get laid off, but they definitely, after we left, laid people off.
We got a severance. It was just like our time had come to an end.
You stayed for the severance. I was like, I'm fucking out of here, buddy. We saw the writing on the wall. You know.
But like all that had happened, like like as I was losing my job, right?
Yeah.
And then the other big project when we bought the house was like, we need to redo this bathroom, and like I hate my bathroom. Like I hate it. It's the only thing about this house I don't like. I hate it. It's just like linoleum. It's got that stupid ass tub in there that does nothing.
Is it a jacuzzi tub?
Hair. Yes.
Hell yeah, dude.
And it's like we want to turn that section in. Shit, it's never been turned on since we lived here.
You really should. You should just fill it up and put one of those little tablets in it and see what gunk you can get out there. Film it, put it on Twitter. There you go, buddy. There's your million views.
Yeah, but like we want to like remove that and build like a bigger shower because our shower's tiny.
Oh, hell
yeah. And then like make a extended closet. Like there's just like things we want to do, but like you're looking at a minimum $10,000.
Oh yeah, for sure.
10, and it's just like, bro,
I can do it for a budget on you. I just gotta get you some receipts, get you some quotes. Come in there, knock a couple walls down.
Come in there, knock them. Well, when we got but like also part of that issue was replacing all the pipes, replacing the garage door, replacing HVAC units, replacing the hot water heater.
Hey, buddy, it sounds to me like you got a lot done, right, on that list, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back. I need to go add all those.
Yeah, you really should inadvertently just add it back to the list and then check it off. Be like, wow, look at this, honey, look at this. Look at how much we've gotten done. Okay.
I mean, what's the sad part about all of that is like, okay, like luckily, we were able to buy our house at just like an absolute highway robbery of a price.
I feel like you're underselling it because like the amount of house that you got for the price you paid. And I'm not gonna dox you. I'm not gonna say how much it was. But it was a fucking steal. It was like you held a gun to this lady's head and you were like, give us the house, please.
What's crazy about the whole thing? Like you say it's a mountain. Like, listen, it is a nice house. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. This house was on the market for a year before we bought it.
And it's crazy to me. And it's like, we've done that. Shelby and I have done that where we think back whenever we were on the market to buy a house, right? We were thinking about it. Like we were looking around. And this is actually, it was before we were looking for a house where we would just see houses up for sale, 150K, 200K.
Right.
And we're like, okay, that's way out of our price range. But then thinking about it back on about it now, I was like, God damn it, dude. Had we known what we know now, like shit, we should have pulled the trigger on something. Because
you got Thunder Gun, bro. Never surrender.
Dude.
Never hesitate.
I just feel like we've just been railed constantly by this economy, dude. Like,
I don't even want to go into like the housing market of it all, but like it's set for a year, and we just like saw it, and it was just like one of those like crazy timing things where like if you really take a step back and look at life and like the universe and how things align up, you're just like how, right? Then like, we moved in 2017 and then like everything starts creeping up. And then by the time 2020 hits, it's just like, what has happened? Anyways, all that to say is like, you take that into account, what we paid for the house, and then all the shit we've put into the house, half our mortgage would have been paid off by now. It's crazy the amount of shit. And that's what they don't ever tell you about buying a house. So it's like, if you're a kid and you're listening to this, you're just like, I'm not going to tell you that. I'm not going to say that owning a house is overrated, but like,
I say do it. I say pull the trigger. Go ahead, buy that house, buy that mansion, right? Because that's the thing. It's like you don't know what the economy is going to do in a couple of years. But if you buy that mansion now, sure, you're struggling to like even pay the rent. But at some point, you'll be able to sell it. It's all about buying low, selling high, baby. Okay, you buy the house now, and you hope that within like 2 years you can sell it for double the price. Boom, you've made your money back. You're welcome. By the way, this is not a financial podcast. This is not financial advice, okay?
Yeah, don't take advice from somebody who doesn't want to spend his own money.
Yeah, man. I will spend somebody else's money like crazy. I'm a Warren Buffett when it comes to spending other people's money, okay? And I'll save all mine. So
Yeah, but for why?
Make me feel better. I don't know.
Yeah, but you can't take it with you is the thing.
Yeah, but that's the thing is you say that you can't take it with you. Obviously, I can't take it with me. Sure. Or can I?
Because it's locked in a bank account.
Yeah, and theoretically nobody can.
When's the last time you saw
anywhere.
a Spectre going in at the ATM machine?
I mean, that's fair. But also, like, it's weird now that like most of our money is just numbers on a computer screen, and like, who's to say somebody out there listening, wink, goes into my bank account, just adds a couple zeros, Not in front of the money though, so that way it doesn't like. So I want to make sure that I have money, but add it to the
after the decimal.
Before the decimal, but after the first numbers. Just give me like something humble, like a couple, like 100,000 or so, and I'm happy.
Something humble, 100,000.
That's the thing is everybody's always like, give me millions of dollars.
Why do you get 100,000?
Because I want it.
I want it.
Okay, give it to you too. I'm just saying, man. I'm not like
like my Tesseract.
like my testicles, bro. I was like, that actually looks really sick, and I kind of want to squeeze it now too. For those people like who aren't watching the video, right, they just think I'm talking about squeezing your balls right now. Hey, if I ever lose them though, honestly, that right there is a great choice to like have in place of them.
Pretty heavy.
Do you get when you lose your balls? Do you get like replacements? Do you get like prosthetic? Are there prosthetic balls? I've never looked it up.
I don't know. You tell me. You're the one. You're closer to it than I am.
That's what I'm saying, man. Hell. Do you get prosthetic balls? How do I spell prosthetic?
use phonetics.
Testicular implants are filled with saline and placed inside the scrotum. So yes, you do.
There you go, bud.
But can we replace them with like steel balls? Because I just think that'd be fun.
Balls of steel.
You could say balls of steel, but also
name that game.
Balls. That's Duke Nukem, right?
Look at you.
Fucking let's go, baby. I played that game way too young.
Did you?
Oh, yeah. I played it when I was like 12 or 13.
Balls of steel.
I always tried to find the posters or whatever with the boobies on them. Yeah, dude. You know, I was all about that. And Snake, Solid Snake.
You played on 64 or PC?
Oh, 64, obviously. Yeah, I didn't have a PC that could run.
Obvious, bro.
Yeah, I didn't have a PC that could run something like that back in the day.
You didn't have a PC.
Yeah, we did. It just had dial-up, and it was like a 98
Windows 98, bro.
Yeah, man, it was dial-up. I played WoW on it. I'm pretty sure. I played WoW on a Dell.
On a dial-up?
No. This is a little bit later. We had DSL, which was like not any better, really. So
better than dial-up, but not as good as internet.
Yeah, man. We take it for granted.
Serviceable.
Yeah, we take it for granted what we have.
I remember all my friends had, like, when we were playing Halo 2 and shit on Xbox Live, everyone had like really good internet, and I had fucking DSL, dude. Like that's the best my dad could afford. So
same
like
here,
I couldn't,
same here.
So I was just like, yeah, but like your dad had like 8 kids.
Yeah.
Like I always want to put that in perspective. You're like, but my life, and it's like, yeah, but you also had like siblings, and like you had all this wealth that was spread between kids. It's just me and Dad.
We were lower middle class for sure.
You were middle class for sure.
Lower middle class.
Were you on food stamps?
I don't think so.
I win.
I mean, like, that's
win the poor lottery.
But your dad was also single. You know, he was trying to. You know, he had a kid. So yeah, it's like he qualified for them. My parents just like fucking.
Because you made too much money.
Yeah, that's the one thing, man. Never got free lunches. When parents always made too much money. You know.
I think I qualified for free lunch, but it was a pride thing, and I wouldn't do it.
I mean, you should have, man. That's delicious.
I want to be I was already a poor kid. I didn't want everybody else to know it.
I mean, that's the thing now, dude. Is I feel like kids should just get free lunches. I don't care, like.
Whoa, bro!
I know.
This is not a political podcast,
hey,
bro.
I don't mean to make it controversial or political, buddy, but I think that all kids should be able to eat, no matter like what kind of financial situation they're coming from. Hey, just throwing it out there, buddy. I know. It's not like
the last day of summer is today.
Hell yeah,
officially.
buddy.
Well, I mean, not officially, like per the calendar.
When this
but
comes
like
out, they'll all have been back in school. Yeah.
Our kids summer breaks over. Tomorrow is first day of school, and it's like half day, and I'm like, why not just go a full day on Monday? I don't get it.
Are they half day on Monday?
No, it's a half day on Thursday, full day Friday, and then it's just like it's irritating.
Yeah, I don't understand the half day.
We had half days on Monday, so that's fine. But it's just like it's like a day and a half. Come on, and they don't even eat lunch tomorrow.
I don't remember getting a half day whenever we started school back.
Ours was always a half day on Monday, and then Tuesday we started the regular day, and it's just like, I guess whatever. Like I'm not gonna be all like boomer about it. Like, oh, back on Monday. It's just like I don't like. Just do it on Monday. Just do it on Monday. Like
it's weird that they.
What
start
is this
back
day
on
and a half gonna do?
Yeah.
And I guess it's to compensate because like they get out at like the second Wednesday of every month, and it's like that whole day. Anyways, Christina's super excited. Like it's weird. Zoe's excited. She's nervous, but like we met our teacher, so she's got over that. So like whatever. But like it's weird. Like we have second graders, dude.
I know, man. And
think about when we started this podcast.
They were like babies. They didn't even know how to speak yet.
They were 2. Right?
They 2. They barely knew how to speak.
2 years old when we started this podcast, and now they're in second grade. That just
Have we been doing this for 6 years?
Started in 2019.
Almost 6 years. Wait, yeah, it'll be 6 years next year. Damn, dude. Like July?
July. I think it was the last week of July.
The fuck are we doing, dude? God.
Oh shit! So that means we've just passed our 5-year anniversary.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah, dude! Look at us.
Like 2 weeks ago, man. We didn't even know.
Hey, it's just like when you're this good, man. When you're just crank out content.
We got into like celebrating like big numbers, 200, 100, 150, 250.
300 is gonna be something special. Let me tell you.
Is it?
It's gonna be the last episode ever. Maybe, I don't know. Probably not. I feel like I had too much just fun doing this.
That's the thing. Like if you were ever gonna do it, I think that the best case scenario to end this podcast would be no announcements. you put out an episode like a regular episode.
Yeah.
And then just never record again. No
that.
Goodbye, nothing. Just literally like it ends like
999. Don't even get to 1,000. Ended on 999.
I would do it on something like episode like 427, just like a random number, because everyone's like, oh yeah, 428. You know, like everyone expects you to stop at 300, 350, 400, whatever.
Yeah.
Just stop but just go on, be like, oh yeah, next week and then like hype it up. Next week we're gonna have whatever, and then just don't. And just don't.
We got Bill Gates coming on the podcast next week. Don't worry.
And literally just never record again. Never.
Yeah, and then we could be, because that's how you start a mystery, honestly. And that is
Did we disappear? We disappear from group chats?
Yeah, I think so. We just stopped. Okay, so I think for friends and stuff like that, we just stopped talking for like maybe 2-3 weeks. We give it like, I feel like 3 weeks would be solid. Just don't talk to anybody. Me and you like have fun chatting back and forth, but you can't post on socials, okay? Because you post on socials, people will be able to track that. All right, you can't do a whole bunch of spending just in case somebody's watching the bank account.
Turn your Steam always offline. All that stuff.
I already do that anyway. So.
Oh, you have to. Yeah, I know you have to turn it on when we play Hunt though.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I can't. But I think that'd be really cool. Just
I do think just to disappear for a couple of days or a couple of weeks, that'd be hilarious. Honestly,
it harkens back to like one of my favorite Twitter jokes. Simon Pegg was like, "Hey, I'm at my mom's house or something. I'm gonna go check the attic, right?"
That's so fucking good.
And then he didn't post for like 2 weeks, and he's like, "I just came back down from the attic."
I love that. I love it so much.
It's something like that, it's real random. But the end of summer is the signal of what is arguably the greatest season of all time out of the 4.
Yeah.
Fall is approaching.
Yeah, I'm so excited, man.
Dude,
I'm so hyped.
It has been a miserable summer.
It's been pretty bad, yeah.
And not to be like old dads talking about the weather, but it was literally like, I think we went something 6 or 7 weeks without rain. Like I mowed in May, and then I didn't mow the entire month of June. And then we went from having like living in Mad Max world to living in water world.
I think it rained for 3 weeks, maybe 4,
straight,
just constantly, every day. Rain, flood warning every night.
And it wasn't just like a little trickle rain. It was like torrential downpours, thunderstorms, power outing, flooding.
Dude, hours of rain. It is.
Dollywood flooded.
I got depressed. I got super depressed. I was like, dude, am I ever going to see the sunlight again? I don't know, man. I don't know if I was going to.
But then, like, when the sun would come out for 3 hours, it was just like steam.
Disgusting.
And humid. It was just like the worst.
I don't know what it was about today, dude, but today was like so hot. Like, I went for a little jog, little run around like 2 o'clock. And I think I've done it before, like 2 or 3, like for like 2 or 3 weeks. And it's just like today, it just felt so bad. Like, I don't know. The sun was just like sucking me off hard, man. It was just taking all my energy. And I only made it like 3 miles. And I was upset because I was like, hey, I was going to try and get 2 laps, but it's whatever.
Well, I don't know if it's the shirt, but you are looking a little slimmer.
It's the shirt. Absolutely, it's the shirt.
Is it?
But no, I've lost a little bit of weight. So
well, didn't you lose like 20 something pounds on your?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to humble brag or anything, but like my medicine is.
I've lost a little bit of weight. You're just like borderline bulimic now.
I don't have a scale in the house, so which is probably good because I would be so hyper fixated on it. But I lost a little bit of weight. It was like I lost the first month. I lost 18 pounds or whatever, and my doctor immediately he walked in. He was like, so how's your appetite? And I was like, well, I haven't felt like eating much, so I was just like, I just don't eat for a while, so. But I mean,
what did he say?
He said, oh yeah, just make sure you're trying to get like around 2,000 calories. And I was like, I'll try my best. I get around there, so, but I definitely needed it.
Do you gorge? So I know you don't like eat breakfast or drink coffee, but like, do you gorge at dinner?
Sometimes. I did tonight. Definitely. I had like 2 pieces of chicken, 2 biscuits. Man, it was so good. We made chicken biscuits for dinner tonight. Man.
Well, I assume since you had chicken and biscuits, I assumed you made chicken biscuits.
It was so good, dude. It was chicken and biscuits, man. Delicious. It was not. We had grilled chicken too, so it's a little bit healthier. It's good.
Right. Are you going to do a big decoration for Halloween?
Oh man, I think we're going to have to this year because the kids are super into it.
Because you want to be like me.
Are you doing a big display this year as well? I'm not.
We always do.
I'm talking about like you guys do the skeletons and like the cool
We
stuff
do
and
we
whatnot.
do like a scene.
I think we're gonna have to be inflatable people because
Oh
my kids are
no,
obsessed with inflatables, man.
no,
Yeah, I know it's bad
dude,
for the environment.
no. I don't give a
The
fuck about that.
the
It's
neighbors are gonna hate
just
us.
so
It's
cringe and
lazy. I
tacky and
know,
ugh.
but the kids love inflatables. So,
Well, sometimes the kids aren't supposed to get what they want.
ooh, we'll probably do like kind of like what you do. Yeah, we'll steal your idea and have like four skeletons in a circle around
Jerking
this,
off.
and well, that'd be hilarious. But no, it'd probably be like around this like inflatable and have it like look kind of like a cult meeting, like they're summoning their god or whatever. I think that'd be really cool, really funny.
Just throw a couple red hats on them.
Yeah, man, make them witches. Oh hell yeah, dude! I want a
Red hats,
coven.
not like a MAGA hat.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that's a whole other type of coven, I guess. Cult
You
or
said
whatever you want to call it.
cult?
Oh, it's yeah. I mean hell, but no, they'd be pointy, little pointy red
Gotcha.
hats. But
Like
man, we need to get on it. We need to hurry up and do a shout out now. We need a
okay.
witch. We need a witch this year. This has got to be the
Yeah, I guess we
year.
should probably start doing something for Halloween because, like, if all goes according to plan, it'll be September before it's just you and me again.
Yeah,
And then, like, we'll
and
have 6 weeks.
God, we got to do something spooky this year. We got to do something spooky for the pod this year. I know I know
Get
that
on that. I got to
need
do
to get
everything
on it.
else.
I've got a whole book of ideas over here. Okay, can't see it on camera, but it's over here. I'm starting this whole other side dish thing. I got questions written down, but now I've got to get something spooky planned for this year. But hell yeah.
I don't know. I've told Christina the other day. I was like, we need to, because we did the one where the like skeleton dogs were chasing up the tree. We switched it last year to do like a bonfire. We might do the bonfire again. I don't know. The hay was a sort of a pain in my ass. It did all sorts of things. It like killed my solar lights that were on that side, so I had to throw them all away. Like I guess just
Damn.
like the walking back and forth and whatever. And then there was had
Ooh, you
just
should
like hay everywhere.
get them. You could break them in half, or like take them apart and like make it just half the skeletons to make them look like they're coming out of the ground a little bit, and then
Yeah,
have
I
like
sort
two
of
or
like to.
people running away and like the dogs maybe like grabbing onto one of the
I like to do
zombies.
non like stereotypical like spooky stuff, but with the skeletons.
Okay, so like maybe
You know what I mean?
maybe they have a Christmas. You like kind of incorporate the two
That's so funny because I literally thought about putting a Christmas tree outside.
and have them around it or whatever. That'd be
Yeah,
hilarious, dude. Yeah,
yeah,
that'd be
yeah.
sick. I like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool to put a Christmas
Ooh,
tree
you
out
could
in the
make it
front.
like if they sold them. I wish they made like bone Christmas trees where it's like a
Because then
Christmas
like I
tree made
could
out of
leave
bone.
because then I could like leave it up for like months.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. I honestly thought about getting a Christmas tree and just decorating it for all the other holidays, but
Well, we had the neighbor who got one of those like 25, 30-foot skeletons and was
God,
putting different
one of
hats and
those
things.
so bad. Yeah.
Dude, there's a Legends of the Hidden Temple like tiki thing at
Jesus, that's
Costco.
is it like big? Like the
Yeah, it's like a yard tiki,
I feel like you
dude.
have too many kids trying to actually climb on it and shit. Is
I
the
was just
problem.
like, man, fuck the HOA. Like, let me I wouldn't put it in the front, I'd put it in the back. But like, then I don't, Lenny would never go outside. She'd be terrified.
Yeah.
She's already scared of her own shadow.
Yeah, I think this year.
Um,
Do think this year we are gonna get a. We're gonna try and secure a 12-foot skeleton. I think we're gonna try and do it.
you better go to Home Depot now.
Yeah, I know we got to get out there. I think there are. I did look them up. I think they're like 350, and it's like, hey, we've got a savings for a reason. This feels like a reason that you have a savings, right? Is to buy a 12-foot skeleton. So, but it's just gonna be so
I
funny
say go
'cause-
for it. Don't ask me because I'm an enabler. I'll tell you to buy everything. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, I'll go do it now. I'm gonna actually go to Home Depot as they're closed. They're closed right now, so I'll just go ahead and go.
Oh, yeah, I guess they do close. Like you have two children, so and your whole life, you've nursery rhymes, like you know about them, right?
Yeah.
Um, do you know? Can you recite Humpty Dumpty?
Humpty Humpty had a
Not
great.
Humpty Humpty, Humpty
Oh,
Dumpty.
that's the parody. Sorry. Humpty Dumpty had a sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a big fall. All the king's
Great
horses
fall.
and all the king's men tried to put Humpty Dumpty back together again.
Couldn't put Humpty together again.
Oh, okay, I was close.
So you missed like 3 words.
Yeah,
Did you know there's more to that?
I didn't, and I kind of hope that there's like some good backstory building, some more lore per se.
So after they put Humpty together again, poor old Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty sat on the ground. Humpty Dumpty looked all around. Gone were the chimneys, gone were the roofs. All he could see was buckles and hooves. Poor old Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty counted to 10. Humpty Dumpty got up again. all the king's horses and all the king's men are happy that Humpty is together again.
Okay. I feel like there's some darker meaning to it.
It's so funny that you mentioned that because I have a list of the 5 nursery rhymes with surprisingly dark origins.
Let's go, dude. This is the content I'm talking about.
They're actually not that great, so don't get your hopes up.
Oh, but I mean, still, I'm excited. I don't care.
So Humpty Dumpty is a nursery rhyme that is about King Richard III, who was killed in battle and his body was left unburied for several days.
Okay. Is this the guy that like from Troy that they carried around, or is that's not different? That's a different time, isn't it? You know, like where Achilles like drug his body around and shit. Like
2 totally different time periods.
Okay. Hey, maybe they existed like the same realm, you know?
I believe King Richard was England.
Oh, okay. They were close to each other.
Like,
right? I don't actually know where Greece is or
back in the day.
Yeah. Did you know? Wait.
You don't know where Greece?
Wait. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the Romans.
Mm-hmm. And the Greeks.
Where did the Romans live?
In Rome.
Okay, is that still around? Is Rome still around?
Italy.
Okay, I feel like Italy and Rome are 2 different things, but now
what's even crazier, this is so weird that you said this, if you look at a map of roads sorry, armpit there.
It's all right, I like it. It's okay.
If you look at a map of all of Europe,
yeah,
all roads lead to Rome.
Because
they will all converge. Like there's a map. Like even from England, like even when you cross the fucking the fucking bay, Jim's gonna be like, "We're gonna bay, motherfucker," because that's what Jim sounds like.
He's from like I don't even know, like New York. He's like he's a trucker from New York.
When you cross the fucking not the
Bay of Pigs.
Channel. No, that's close to Cuba. The English channel, like the channel, like where the
what is that called? There's a name for it, isn't there?
The English Channel, right?
Is it called the English Channel? I don't know. The Panama Canal. That's what I'm thinking of.
No, that's over in Panama.
Dude, these places need to get their shit together because I don't know where the fuck any of them are. Okay.
Anyways, so like all those roads, like Germany, like Switzerland, all of them, they all have like all lead to Rome.
All paths lead to Rome. You know?
All paths lead to Rome, man. Jack and Jill.
Hell yeah. Wait, what? Okay, so Humpty Dumpty's about King George dying in battle.
Richard.
They're the same. They're interchangeable. Fucking, they're all dead old guys. Okay, dead old white guys.
You're correct. They are all dead.
Fucking get them out of here, dude. Okay, what is Jack and Jill about? A terrible accident where some girl watched her brother fucking die in front of her?
It's a nursery rhyme that is thought to be a reference to King Louis and Marie Antoinette. Remember her?
Oh,
from
hell
last week?
Yeah, dude. She was in that movie.
Who were both executed during the French Revolution.
Oh, shit. That's sad, kind of, I guess. Well, yeah, they were beheaded. Yeah, that's right, because they were bad. If I'm not mistaken, like people didn't like them. So Marie Antoinette, now that I think about it, she was in that movie, wasn't she? She was the chick that like King Charles left her sister for. Wait, what am I thinking of?
What movie are you talking about?
Anne Boleyn. Who is that? All these names are just coming to me right now, and I don't know how to decipher who is who. But I just know that there's a movie about a chick who couldn't have the dude's baby, the boy baby, and so she did some like weird thing and like had a baby with somebody else, but then it turned into be like a demon baby. Somebody's gonna know what movie I'm talking about. But hey, you know, it was about one of those guys, the King Charles III or something like that, the one that was like fucked up, the guy who beheaded his wives. There we go. I got there. Which one was the one who beheaded their wives? King Charles.
King
Henry. Yeah.
Henry.
Okay. He was the one who was upset at his current queen, and the queen had a sister, and he was all like, yo, I bet she could have a boy child. And then I'm pretty sure he beheaded the other girl, you know.
Something like that.
Yeah. Was that not
What
Marie
about
Antoinette?
Rockabye Baby? No, that's not Marie. Marie Antoinette was in France, first of all. You're talking about the English kings.
They're the same fucking people. I don't know.
They are not the same people.
They all come from Rome. They're the same people, man.
All roads lead to Rome.
They all came from Rome, okay?
No, it's not true, dude.
Do the French hate the English? Is that like one of the things where like the French hate the English?
They still probably hate the English, bro. It all goes back to hooliganism in soccer.
Fucking.
Sorry, football.
I'm pretty sure. Didn't somebody say something about like football? Like nobody was calling it football until like the Americans started calling it soccer, and then now all of a sudden everybody was like, "Oh shit, we gotta call it football now."
No. The whole thing stemmed from it was originally called soccer.
Okay.
And then it's sometime in the 1900s when word got around to America, when we invented pigskin football, we started calling it football.
Okay,
and then the English were
right.
like, no, it's soccer is football. And I don't know why they're French, but whatever.
Hey, again, all roads lead to Rome, baby. Wait,
It's
that's
gonna
even
be
a
your
different country. Italy and France are two different places. Holy shit, I
Yeah.
just realized.
God, you're so dumb.
Hey, buddy, if this isn't a tale of the American educational system,
I think it's more of like, at what point do you? It's like, at what point do you stop blaming your parents for your upbringing? At what point do you stop blaming the education system for
never,
your
dude. That's their fault.
negligence?
They
No,
did
it's
it.
not.
They
You didn't pay
raised
attention.
me. They put me in school, right? The school said, learn these things. And they didn't tell
Can
me
I
how
move
to
on?
learn those things. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Jack and Jill.
Jack and Jill.
About the couple that got beheaded. Okay.
Rockabye Baby.
That was like an earthquake or something, probably, right? Nailed it.
This nursery rhyme originated as a song about a baby dying, with the cradle representing a coffin and the bough referring to the tree from which the baby's cradle's coffin would hang.
That's sad, dude. I don't like that one.
You wanted dark, and I got you dark.
I sing that one to Oliver sometimes, so it's like shit.
Mary, Mary, quite contrary.
What is that one? That's a weird one.
I don't really. I know of it, but it's not one that was in rotation for me.
Sounds like Bloody Mary is what I
Hey, it's funny you mentioned that because this nursery rhyme is a reference to Mary the First of England, who was known as Bloody Mary for her persecution of Protestants during her reign.
Okay, see, that's a curveball too, because I thought Bloody Mary was like about some chick who got like the scarlet rot or something like that, and was like spreading it everywhere.
Well, speaking of rot, Ring Around the Rosie.
That one I do know. That one's about the plague.
It is a nursery rhyme that originated as a song about the bubonic plague, with the ring around the rosy representing the rash that appeared on the skin of those infected with ashes indicating the funeral pyres that burned down the bodies of the dead.
And it's just like...
It's so fucking metal, dude.
And that's the kind of sentiment where, like, if I hear a bunch of kids out in the wilderness and they're singing Ring Around the Rosie, it's immediately fucking scary as shit. So
the Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man?
Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
Who lived on Drury Lane?
Yes.
It is supposedly, I said that weird. Supposedly, I added a G in there for some reason. Supposedly, about a man named Frederick Thomas Linwood, who is supposedly the first known serial killer who lived on Drury Lane in London in the 1500s.
I gotta look up that story. Honestly, that sounds fucking cool. That sounds cool as shit. Could you imagine being the first serial killer?
I mean, dude, I feel like there was serial killers in the biblical times, man. Like, the people be killing everybody all the time.
That's what I'm saying. There's got to be a time and a distinction where, like,
first
somebody...
known. It did say first known, like first confirmed.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you got to think, like, as he's doing it, he's like, they're gonna write stories about this. Like, they're gonna, like, I'm the first to do this. I think I'm the first to, like, consecutively kill people.
Someone's comment was, "Why does everything have to be evil? Why can't people just leave stuff alone?" And someone was like, "Because everything is evil, and it always has been."
I don't think he understands how the world works. It's like, yeah, this is kind of like how people. It's almost like a coping mechanism where, as time goes on, you know, like, or you make up these, because that's the thing about the Ring Around the Rosie.
This person is getting like roasted, dude. This person is getting roasted from all these things.
Like Ring Around the Rosie is like, you can kind of understand where that comes from, just because here you are. You know, you've got people dying left and right, and you're trying to calm your kid down, like, hey, don't worry. I'm sure you're not going to get it, probably. But here's this fun little song. We're going to sing about it. So that way we kind of are aware of the situation. But also, like, it's a fun little nursery rhyme, you know, haha.
The little piggies that went to the market is about slaughtering pigs. Obviously.
Yeah, clearly. Yeah. That's when he goes, one goes wee 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 all the way home. You know, he wasn't upset for no reason, you know.
Someone has said that the ring of rosies or whatever is not. It's been a myth that's been repeatedly debunked. You weren't around in the fucking bubonic plague. How the fuck do you know?
I mean, hey,
you know?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
One of my favorite things about this podcast, though, is that, like, we find these weird stories and like we talk about them and we make light of the serious situation, or we joke about it. I remember there was this one where there was a funeral home they were doing green burials, right? And it was out in like Colorado, and we're like, hey Jim, hey Tim, I'm getting my M's mixed up.
Yeah.
Hey Tim, do you know this place or whatever? And then that's when Ben was like, oh, I think it would be cool to sell skulls on the market, or like it started devolved into this whole thing. Remember this?
Yeah, I remember.
That was in 2003, by the way.
You may or
not
may not
a couple
be
months ago.
Two different stories. Actually, no. Wait. Did that home, were they selling the parts, or was it?
I don't know. I think I am confusing. Is that like there's somebody got in trouble for selling. They worked at a funeral home and they were selling parts, body parts, through Facebook Marketplace, and that was in Arkansas or something. And we were like, I was like, no, that's bad. And then you were like, no, it's okay. And then Ben was like, I think that's okay. I still to this day have a human skull, and it's just like, I don't know, that's kind of weird.
Wait, does Ben have a human skull?
I think he said he did. I mean, that dude lives on a farm, man. Like,
I think if he lives on a farm, he can have one.
I remember he said something. I think the last time he was on the podcast, he had just went to. Where did he go? He went somewhere.
Oh yeah, he went to Thailand. Not Thailand. Man. Man, it was a place. He did go to a place.
Anyways, and like he said that his rooster was being a dickhead, and they held a trial and fucking exterminated him. And I'm like, damn, that shit's brutal.
Was it the Philippines?
Philippines.
Was it?
Good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, all that to be said is there is an update from a story. I brought all that up because you were like a few months ago, and I'm like, bud, that was over a year ago.
It feels like just yesterday, honestly.
2023 is when we talked about this Colorado home. So anyways, the owners of a funeral home, they were accused of failing to cremate or bury human remains as a catch-up for anybody.
Yeah, if I remember the tagline from the other article is that like this was one of the most disgusting scenes that the cops in that area had ever stumbled upon in the history of being cops there, because bodies were just improperly stored. They were rotting and decomposing.
Green burials was what their thing was, right? They were
but this was like way past green burials, and it was just like complete neglect, if I'm not mistaken. And the family,
and it's almost like,
duh,
like of course. Anyways, they are. Let's see here. Apparently, it's a crime to not dispose of a body properly. The owners the owners of the funeral home accused of failing to cremate or bury the human remains, despite being paid to do so, have been ordered to pay a judgment that could top $1 billion.
Yeah,
not million, billion. That's a lot of money.
So, like, my question is, if they can't pay that, does it just like go away? You know what I mean? Like,
so the owners of the Return to Nature funeral home in Penrose, Colorado, are accused of mishandling 190 sets of human remains. More than 956 million is being held for judgment.
It's being held for judgment, meaning they have the cash seized. Is that what that's the way I read that?
I don't know.
Because of
the judgment of the families of the deceased could exceed $1 billion with interest. Each family member in the class action was awarded more than $7 million. Someone told CNN that he believes the amount to be the largest monetary judgment in the Colorado history. But it is unlikely they would collect that amount from the Halfords, the owners of the funeral home. In addition to the class action lawsuit, the Halfords are facing federal and state charges as well because a state investigation, which we touched upon in 2023, after a foul odor was reported coming from the funeral home that offered green burials, and the human remains were found improperly stored.
Yeah, there we go.
They were arrested last year by the Colorado Bureau of Investigations on 190 counts of abuse to a corpse and counts of theft, money laundering, forgery, amongst other things, according to the state charge documents. And they,
so dude. Like that is crazy to me because that's okay. So 190 counts, right? So they found 190. Let's call it. They found 190 bodies, quote unquote, right?
Mm-hmm.
That means each of those bodies is worth over $100 million, right?
So
no, am I doing? No, $1 million. No, 100, yeah.
Earlier this year, the federal grand jury indicted the pair on charges including 13 counts of wire fraud and 2 counts of conspiracy to commit wire fraud. The federal indictment alleges that a pair of the pair defrauded their funeral home customers by not providing cremation or burial for the deceased as promised.
Oh, that's right. Didn't they?
They are
Yeah, they
also
replaced their bodies with cement or some shit like that. Like
yes,
that was like they put
they
cement
are
in their
also
urns.
accused of misusing $882,000 in pandemic relief loans.
Okay. Well, I mean, hey, justice for that. That's cool. You know,
You could pay off your student loans for that.
dude. That's what I'm saying. All I really want is just enough cash to get rid of my student loans. That's like after that, like hell, I'm good.
Now, so like I don't know what happens. Like, let's say they're guilty and they end up having to pay out. I don't know. If they like, because my thing is like, if you don't have the money,
I just feel like if you're defrauding people at a funeral home and not bearing I feel like you don't have $950 million, right? So
I don't know.
And I understand, but I understand. Hey, it's justice for the family. That's super sick. I'm glad that they're being charged. I'm glad that they're going to jail. I'm glad that they're being paid to being made to pay this money. But it's like, what happens if they don't? Like they just. I mean,
Well, you can't pay it if you're in jail.
yeah, and we all. I mean, I feel like we all kind of know that, like, if you're in jail, you're not going to be making any money anyways, and like your bills don't just stop.
How long are they in jail? Like, you got to get a job. Are you working the rest of your life to pay it off?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand how any of this works. Somebody let me know.
Listen,
reach out to me. Say, hey,
I'm not up to bird law. I don't understand how all that stuff works.
Yeah, we're not lawyers. So
arbitration, filibuster. I'll just be like Charlie. I'll just yell out words, make me sound smart. I don't know.
Tiny hands.
But it's just like, I don't know.
That's cool though. Hey, it's cool to see. I do like that.
Oh, it's cool that they got.
I mean,
people are getting.
I mean, not just that, but I like doing this podcast where like we have these stories and they have follow-ups. 'Cause I think this is like the second or third time where we've had a follow-up to a story. But
we've had more than 2 or 3 follow-ups, Jacob.
And it's fun every time. You know, I love every bit of it.
What my favorite part is when we do a story and then like a month later it hits big and people start talking about it and it's just like, bro, we knew this weeks ago. It was
should have really listened to that podcast that we do.
It's just like sometimes you just, hey, it doesn't matter if you're first. It's the first person to the patent office, man. Like,
that's fair. I mean, that is true at the end of the day. But
did you know that there's some space astronauts as opposed to other astronauts? I don't know.
I'm sure there's like aquatic astronauts. You know, like what are they? I think the whole point of astronauts is like
scuba divers. Those are just divers.
Hey, buddy, space divers. You know, I call them aquatic astronauts. Is what I call them. So
hell divers.
But yeah, Boeing's not been in great terms as of late.
Now hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
I don't want to get canceled here.
I mean, okay. You don't want to get. I think what he means, you don't want to get like, offed by Boeing. That's what you mean to say.
Supposedly.
Oh yeah, allegedly. Sorry, I should say allegedly.
There are some astronauts stuck in space.
Allegedly, they're stuck in space.
No way to get home.
And Boeing doesn't want you to say that they're stuck in space because they're not stuck in space. They can leave anytime they want. They just can't leave right now because we have to fix things.
They can just go pluck a job off the jobby tree. Yeah, get a new job. They can just get a new ship and leave.
They just called. They actually want to stay in space. They don't want to. They don't want to come home. They want to stay in.
They
space.
have a honey-do list when they get home. They just don't want to do it.
They're just avoiding it. But no, yeah. Boeing's not been in great light as of late. You know, with all of the deaths of the whistleblowers and like the planes falling apart. Allegedly, all this stuff happening. And you know, like the breakdown in like safety controls. Allegedly, but they were launching a spaceship. They were making spaceship. They make spaceship allegedly. They launched spaceship. Before they launched it, though, from what I've read, is there were already a slew of issues with the ship, but it wasn't allegedly. It wasn't enough for them to say, let's not launch this ship. So they went ahead and launched the 2 spaceship people into the air. Allegedly, of course, yes. They launched it in the air, and then they went to the space station. Before they got there, the ship just kind of like fucking stopped working. Allegedly. Yeah, allegedly stopped working. They got it fixed and got it running. That's true. They did get it running. They did land on the ISS. But now they can't leave. Allegedly, they can't leave, even though they could leave anytime they wanted to. But they want to stay just to make sure everything's good. But they're not stuck. Don't call them stuck because they're not stuck. They're just not able to leave.
That's fake news.
Yeah, if somebody's saying they're stuck, it's fake news because they're not stuck. They just can't leave yet. But yeah, I just thought it was a fun story because they were supposed to be up there for like 20 days. And it's like day 60. I think at this point, day 65. They weren't even supposed to be there for like 20. It was like they're supposed to be like a full week, maybe 2, but.
But at what? Why are more people not talking about it?
Because again, they're not stuck. They want to stay, just to make sure it's okay. All right, and probably allegedly, this is my hypothesis, is not actual fact, but probably because Boeing is paying a lot of money for them not to say anything about it, allegedly. So,
well, I don't know. Like, again, you said they could just leave. They could just jump out of the space station and then they'll just fall straight down.
Yeah, that's
like
how
a
space
hell
works.
diver.
Yeah,
like a hell diver.
Yeah.
I guess they need a pod first, right?
We're not there yet. They probably have enough metal up there, I'm sure, that just laying around. They could build one real quick.
It'd be like the Silver Surfer. They'll just build a surfboard out of metal and they'll just fucking cruise down. And then when they
very good for him. Yeah.
But I think when they hit the atmosphere, I think that's the issue, right?
Oh yeah, no, they're gone instantly. I think it's like flies hitting a windshield. I'm pretty sure. So it's like, yeah, dude,
don't do that if you're in the space station.
Yeah, no, don't do that because that's not good advice. But also, if you're listening to our podcast up at the space station,
rad,
it's sick as fuck, dude. Thank you so much for listening. Honestly, I'll take the listens.
I'll take it. It doesn't even show up on the fucking radar.
Yeah, where does it register? As far as
where does it register?
Do we have a little ISS token for
where's their VPN out of?
Yeah, it's got to be like Colorado, right? I don't know.
At the funeral home. That's really what's going on there.
It's just them using the internet from the funeral home.
You know, the older I get, I get more and more strapped for time. When like you said something earlier, and I was like, it's cute that you think I have that sort of time just to do that thing. I don't even
do that. We're gonna play hunt,
know what it was
like,
in reference to. Yeah, like we have to cram in our hunt sessions during the day, during lunchtime, because like, what is that? You know?
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but like I know that it is probably crazy to think I've never wanted to rob a Walgreens. Like it's just not in my things of wants, right? It's just not something.
Yeah, we're talking about stores to rob. Like that's not even on the list, honestly. That's like
not really
12 or 13.
And again, not only do I not want to do that, I also don't have, let's say, 5 hours to hang out in the restroom and then wait till the store to close and then go on a fucking binge and just eat everything in the store. Because I'm high on like methamphetamines or something.
Yeah, I want to say that it wasn't so much that he wanted to rob the store so much as it was just like some kind of drug induced. I'm gonna go take a quick shit. I fall asleep in the toilet, wake up 5 hours later, and I think, well, they locked me in here. I guess I could just do what I want, right?
Now hold on.
Okay, allegedly.
According to the police report, a Florida man went on a late-night junk food and cigarette splurge inside a closed Walgreens store after purposefully locking himself into the restroom. The man, Christopher Morgan, was arrested by police just after 3 a.m. Monday at a Walgreens in New Smyrna Beach in Daytona, a surf hub known for its miles of white sandy beaches. Police say that the CCTV footage shows Morgan entering the store at 9:40 p.m., where he went to the restroom.
They close at 10, by the way. That is like such a shitty move. First of all, arrest him for that. So
that's 20 minutes.
That's arrest him.